This week splits the zodiac in two, those who call to act and those who call to wait. The new moon in Gemini lights up the match. Now it's your turn to choose the direction. Let's see what the cards have to reveal this week.
I'm sure you've heard the news. The cards have secrets to share, guiding you through the cards of life. Dive deep. Welcome to Dust Tarot.
Hello, beautiful souls, and welcome back to Dust Tarot. This is your weekly Tarotscope for May 26th to June 1st, 2025. Yes, we're finally in June. I am George Dust, your intuitive advisor, and this is your soul-centered guide through the week ahead using Tarot, Oracle, and Astrology. We'll be moving through each zodiac sign, blending intuitive messages from the cards with the cosmic weather, so you can navigate the days ahead with clarity, presence, and intention. Timestamps are listed below for YouTube and Spotify, so feel free to jump into your sun, moon, and rising signs, or settle in for the full journey. This week, I will be working with the Moonchild Tarot and the Moonology Oracle, both chosen to align with the new moon in Gemini on Monday, May 26th. These cards bring intuitive depth and cosmic clarity, perfect for the week that's all about inner alignment, clear expression, and soul direction. The new moon in Gemini opens a powerful manifestation window, especially around intentions tied to communication, clarity, mindset, and movement. This isn't just a fresh start, it's a beginning of a waxing phase where your intentions are no longer just thoughts, they become motion, conversation, and truth in action. This week's spreads reveal 8 court cards, a rare occurrence that speaks to the themes of embodiment, self-leadership, and stepping into new emotional and relational roles. There is also a surge of Wands energy, signaling a collective call to action, not chaotic movement, but conscious fire, purposeful, creative, and soul-aligned. In some cases, we're witnessing an energetic arc between the signs. Last week, the Fool invited a leap of faith. This week, the Sun confirms the light that follows when we trust the unknown. That's the spirit of this moment, becoming who we're ready to be and choosing joy as the path forward. So pour your favorite ritual drink, light a candle if it feels right, or bring out your journal and let this be your sacred pause for the week. You can find the full written version at dusttarot.com/tarotscopes or scan the QR code at the bottom of the screen right here. And if this resonates, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. It truly supports the channel and brings these messages to those who need them. Now let's begin the journey, starting with Aries. Aries, this is about emotional truth, not just facing what's rising, but letting it guide your next step. You're being invited to lead from the heart, not from defense. The tarot card this week is the Queen of Cups. She sits in stillness, surrounded by roses and a glowing chalice, symbols of compassion, intuition, and higher awareness. She doesn't rush towards answers, she waits. And that's your cue this week. Slow down. Let what's true rise naturally without forcing clarity or suppressing what you feel. The Oracle card is the new moon in Scorpio. With the message, work through your fears. Something you've been holding back, an emotion, a conversation, or a truth, may come up to the surface now. But this isn't meant to undo you, it's here to free you. Scorpio asks for depth, and the only way forward is through. Together, these cards invite you to stay soft and grounded. You don't need to have it all figured out. You just need to stay present. Let your feelings speak before you act. Your strength isn't in control. It's in how you hold space for what's real. On Monday, the new moon in Gemini opens space for honest conversations and emotional clarity. Midweek, the moon in Cancer encourages reflection and rest. And by Friday, the moon in Leo joins Mars, helping you express what's been stirred through creativity, courage, or connection. Your affirmation for the week is, I trust my emotions to guide me through fear and into freedom. Aries, this isn't a week to push. Let your heart lead you. That's where your power really begins. Taurus, this week is about emotional maturity, leading with calm, not control. You're being asked to stay grounded even when others can't. The tarot card this week is the King of Cups. He stands in a vast ocean surrounded by roses and flowing water. He doesn't avoid emotion, he moves with it. This card invites you to hold steady, not by shutting down, but by listening deeply. Listen with presence, not pressure. You already know how to stay calm in the storm, because you're a grounded Taurus. The Oracle card is the new moon in Aquarius with the message, bring love into the situation. Aquarius reminds you to see the bigger picture, not at the cost of your heart. If you've been trying to fix something logically, this card says, try love instead. Offer grace to others, and more importantly, to yourself. Together, these cards ask you to lead with compassion. You don't need to fix everything. You just need to show up as you are, steady, clear, and open. That's enough. And if you're the one who needs support, allow it in. Let yourself receive, not just give. On Monday, the new moon in Gemini highlights your values and emotional priorities. Midweek, the moon in Cancer helps you speak from the heart with clarity. By Friday, the moon in Leo joins Mars, encouraging you to express what you need, gently but firmly. Your affirmation for the week is, I lead with compassion, I speak with love, and I stay rooted in emotional truth. Taurus, your strength isn't just in what you do, it's in how you love, how you listen, and how you stay soft without losing your center. Gemini, this week is about growth beyond security, not just holding on, but letting go of what's keeping you small. You're being asked to trust what's coming more than what's familiar. The tarot card this week is the Four of Pentacles. A woman stands among the clouds with golden coins hovering near her head, hands clasped tightly around her neck. She's clinging not just to resources, but to control. This card reflects fear of loss, but also fear of expansion. You're being shown what you've outgrown and the cost of staying too safe. The Oracle card is the North Node with the message, step out of your comfort zone. This is a soul-aligned nudge to go further. Whether it's a relationship, a routine, or a belief, something in your life wants to evolve, but it can't if you're gripping too tightly. The path forward won't feel certain, but it will feel right. Together, these cards remind you that transformation requires risk. You don't have to leap wildly, but you do have to loosen your grip. The Four of Pentacles shows what fear protects, and the North Node shows what your future asks for. Trust the space between these two. On Monday, the new moon in Gemini brings a fresh cycle in identity and personal truth. This is your reset. Midweek, the moon in Cancer highlights self-worth. Notice where scarcity may be showing up. By Friday, the moon enters Leo and joins Mars, encouraging bold, heartfelt communication. Say what needs to be said, even if it scares you. Your affirmation for the week is, I release what limits me and trust the path that calls me forward. Gemini, safety doesn't equal alignment. Let go of what you've outgrown. What's waiting on the other side will grow you into ways comfort can never could. Cancer this week is about inner knowing, not chasing answers, but trusting what's already speaking through your silence. You're being asked to let intuition take the lead. The tarot card this week is the High Priestess. She sits between two sacred pillars, cloaked in moonlight and mystery. At her feet rests the Book of Life, a symbol of deep wisdom that can't be rushed. She sees what's hidden, feels what's unspoken, and knows that truth often arrives through stillness. This card calls you to step back and listen, not to others, but to your inner voice. The Oracle card is Full Moon in Gemini with the message, the answers you need are coming, but they may not come in the form you expect. This isn't about getting all the facts, it's about becoming emotionally clear. Gemini brings insight through reflection, conversation, and mental clarity. But paired with the High Priestess, the real clarity is intuitive. Let space do the talking. Together, these cards ask you to stop reaching outward and start tuning inward. You're not lost, you're just being redirected. If something isn't clear yet, that's okay. Trust that what's meant for you is already circling closer. The silent isn't empty, it's sacred. On Monday, the new moon in Gemini activates your inner world. Rest, reflection, and intuition take priority. Midweek, the moon enters Cancer, helping you reconnect to what feels safe and real. By Friday, the moon in Leo joins Mars, encouraging quiet confidence in how you show up, rooted, not rushed. Your affirmation for the week is, I trust within me and allow it to unfold in divine time. Cancer, your answers are coming, but not through force. Let your inner wisdom speak. It already knows where you're going. Leo, this week is about steady progress, not forcing the pace, but by honoring where you are. You're being invited to slow down, reflect, and trust what's already working. The tarot card this week is the Knight of Pentacles. He stands beneath a glowing moon, rooted in the land he's nurtured. There's no rush in his posture, just quiet confidence and care. This card reminds you that consistency builds everything that's worthwhile. You don't need to accelerate, you need to stay aligned with what you're building. The Oracle card is the Disseminating Moon with a message, take time to breathe out. You've been holding a lot, Leo. Maybe responsibility, maybe pressure. This week asks you to pause, to integrate, to remember that letting go isn't giving up, it's creating space to receive. Together, these cards offer you a sacred pause. You've made progress, you've shown up, now let the process breathe. The Knight shows you the value of the long game. The Disseminating Moon gives you permission to rest inside that. On Monday, the new moon in Gemini supports future plans, but without urgency. Midweek, the moon in Cancer helps you recharge behind the scenes. By Friday, the moon moves into Leo and joins Mars, renewing your motivation, but this time it's coming from alignment, not exhaustion. Your affirmation for the week is, I honor the pace of my growth and I trust the sacred timing of my path. Leo, your fire doesn't have to burn fast to burn strong. This week, let quiet progress be enough. You already know the way. Virgo, this week is about course correction, not because you're off track, but because your vision is growing. You're being asked to move forward with passion, but also with purpose. The tarot card this week is the Knight of Wands. He stands at the edge of a fiery horizon, staff in hand, eyes fixed on the adventure ahead. There's energy, excitement, and momentum here, but also a warning. The Knight charges ahead without always checking his map. For you, this card signals a powerful surge of motivation, but it needs direction. Go boldly, but not blindly. The Oracle card is the third quarter moon with a message, adjustments are required. Something you've been working toward may need a slight pivot. Don't see it as a setback, see it as a refinement. You're getting closer, and the universe is helping you fine-tune that route. Together, these cards invite you to move, but consciously. There's a fire under you now. Let it burn away what no longer fits so you can step into something that does. You don't need a full reset, just a realignment. On Monday, the new moon in Gemini energizes your sense of purpose, especially in work or visibility. Midweek, the moon in Cancer helps you reconnect to your long-term vision. By Friday, the moon in Leo joins Mars, pushing you to act. Just be sure that the direction matches your intention. Your affirmation for the week is, I move forward with passion and purpose, adjusting my path as wisdom requires. Virgo, this is your moment to recalibrate. Let your fire lead, but let your insight shape the direction. That's how you land exactly where you're meant to go. Libra, this week is about new beginnings, not waiting for the perfect moment, but planting your seed now. You've been asked to take the first step, even if the outcome isn't clear yet. The tarot card this week is the Ace of Pentacles. A gold coin glows with the eye of Horus, resting at the center of a lush, fertile light. This card holds the energy of opportunity, something tangible, promising, and real. It's the start of growth, but it requires your participation. You can't just dream it, you have to start it. The Oracle card is the Cardinal Moon with the message, be bold and make the first move. Cardinal energy is initiating. It doesn't wait, it leads. This card is a call to action. Whether you're stepping into a new role, opening a conversation, or starting something personal, it's time to go first. Together, these cards say, don't hesitate, you got fertile ground beneath you, and the green light is here. You don't need to have every step mapped. You just need to start. The Ace offers the potential. The Cardinal Moon gives you the push. What you build begins now. On Monday, the new moon in Gemini supports expansion through learning, travel, or creative thought. Midweek, the moon in Cancer helps you feel into what success really looks like. By Friday, the moon enters Leo and joins Mars, offering courage to put yourself out there, even if it feels bold. Your affirmation for the week is, I claim this new beginning with courage, clarity, and trust in my path. Libra, you've been waiting long enough. This week, take the first step. Your future doesn't need permission. It just needs your yes. Scorpio, this week is about bold movement, not just chasing a dream, but daring to believe it's possible. You're being called to take action towards something that feels bigger than logic. The tarot card this week is the Knight of Wands. He stands with a staff at the edge of a fiery mountain path, the sky behind him ablaze with passion and drive. He sees the unknown and moves towards with purpose. This card is about following your energy, letting your instincts lead, even if the road ahead isn't clear yet. The Oracle card is the blue moon with the message, believe in the impossible. This energy doesn't come around often, but when it does, it shifts the landscape. What you thought couldn't happen might be closer than you think. This isn't about wishful thinking. It's about alignment, courage, and trusting the unlikely path. Together, these cards are a wake-up call to act on what lights you up. Stop waiting for certainty. The fire is here now. This is your chance to move towards something that scares and excites you at the same time. Don't talk yourself out of it. Lean in. On Monday, the new moon in Gemini stirs transformation around shared energy, intimacy, and truth-telling. Midweek, the moon in Cancer helps you reconnect with your beliefs and personal meaning. By Friday, the moon enters Leo and joins Mars, pushing you into visibility. Lead with courage and follow what sparks your soul. Your affirmation for the week is, I act with bold faith, knowing what once seemed impossible is now within reach. Scorpio, your fire has been waiting for this. Don't let fear stall your momentum. If it feels impossible, it probably is worth doing, which is definitely always the case. Sagittarius, this week is about focused fire, not just dreaming big, but holding your vision steady until it takes form. You're being called to stay consistent even when results feel just out of reach. The tarot card this week is the Queen of Wands. She stands tall in rich, radiant colors, adorned with flowers that reflect abundance and creative vitality. Her gaze is direct, her energy is magnetic, she knows who she is, and she doesn't dim her light for anyone. This card invites you to lead with that same boldness. Trust in your presence, trust in your power. The Oracle card is the globalist moon with the message, you're very close to achieving your goal. This is a pause before the momentum becomes a breakthrough. It may not look dramatic from the outside, but something is aligning beneath the surface. Keep going. Together, these cards remind you that you don't need to push harder, you just need to stay lit from within. The Queen shows your strength, the moon confirms your timing. It's not a question of if, but when. On Monday, the new moon in Gemini highlights partnerships and commitments. Set intentions around shared success. Midweek, the moon in Cancer brings emotional clarity. And by Friday, the moon moves into Leo and joins Mars, igniting courage and creativity. Use that spark to affirm your path. Your affirmation for the week is, I radiate with confidence, trust my progress, and keep moving toward the vision I believe in. Sagittarius, your momentum is building. Stay the course, own your light, and trust that your breakthrough is closer than it looks. Capricorn, this week is about new beginnings, not just dreaming of what's next, but daring to step into unfamiliar territory. You're being invited to speak your wisdom out loud and let curiosity lead. The tarot card this week is the Page of Wands. She casts a ritual beneath an ancient stone archway, reaching toward a world that's not known yet. The path ahead is misty and uncertain, but her energy is bold and eager. This card speaks to your inner fire, your readiness to explore, create, or try something new, even if it's outside your usual comfort zone. The Oracle card is the new moon in Gemini with the message, communication is key. Gemini encourages dialogue, ideas, and fresh thinking. This week, your voice matters, whether it's a pitch, a heartfelt message, or just being open with your desires. Say it. Don't hold it in. Together, these cards invite you to initiate, not perfectly, but honestly. The page doesn't wait until she has it all figured out. She follows what excites her. Gemini reminds you that clarity comes through connection. This week, say yes to the new, even if it begins as a conversation. On Monday, the new moon in Gemini opens a door around daily rhythms, work, and communication. Midweek, the moon in Cancer highlights the importance of mutual support. By Friday, the moon in Leo joins Mars, activating deeper passion, especially in creative or collaborative pursuits. Your affirmation for the week is, I trust the spark within me and I give it voice through bold action and honest words. Capricorn, this is your green light. Speak it, try it, follow what inspires you. No map is needed, just momentum. Aquarius, this week is about emotional commitment, but staying rooted in what truly matters. You're being asked to trust your feelings and stay present with what's unfolding. The tarot card this week is the Queen of Cups. She appears poised and reflective, surrounded by roses that symbolizes higher consciousness. A glowing chalice floats beside her, a symbol of deep love, wisdom, and presence. She listens to her intuition without rushing to fix or judge. This card reminds you that your sensitivity is strength, not a distraction. Your oracle card is Fixed Moon with the message, hold your vision. Even if things feel uncertain or delayed, don't let go of what you've been building. This card says, stay with it. Trust the process even when the progress is quiet. Together, these cards ask you to stay emotionally anchored. You don't need to react or force outcomes. Let your calm presence speak louder than your plans. If your heart knows, that's enough for now. On Monday, the new moon in Gemini brings inspiration through creativity and self-expression. Midweek, the moon in Cancer helps you tend to your inner life and emotional balance. By Friday, the moon moves into Leo and joins Mars, highlighting partnerships and reminding you to show up with clarity and care. Your affirmation for the week is, I honor my inner truth and trust what I feel supports the vision I am building. Aquarius, stay steady in your heart this week. Progress may be quiet, but what's real is growing stronger every single day. Pisces, this week is about radiant truth, not just clarity, but joy that returns after something deep has ended. You've been invited to let the light in and trust what's finally resolving. The tarot card this week is the Sun. Two figures dance in golden light, connected by joy, innocence, and shared freedom. This card speaks to celebration after the storm. It's a return to yourself, not just in thought, but in lived experience. You've come through something and now you're being reminded what it feels like to shine again. Whew, you guys have had a rough month. The Oracle card is the full moon eclipse with the message, conclusions are within reach. Eclipses bring finality. This one clears away the residue of something you've already outgrown. You don't need to chase closure, it's arriving. Let it land and let it leave. Together, these cards close the loop that began last week. You took a leap with the Fool, trusting the unknown and walking the faith. Now you're arriving in the light. The Sun is a result of that trust. The eclipse affirms, what needed to end has ended. Joy is no longer a concept, it's something you get to choose. On Monday, the new moon in Gemini brings emotional clarity around your roots and personal security. Midweek, the moon in Cancer supports healing through creativity and connection. By Friday, the moon enters Leo and joins Mars, energizing your body, rhythm, and routine. Let joy lead your actions, not obligation. Your affirmation for the week is, I welcome the end that frees me and I choose joy as my next beginning. Pisces, you followed your heart into the unknown and now you're stepping into the light. Let joy be real, let the closure be complete. You've earned this glow. And there you have it, your full Tarotscope for the week of May 26th to June 1st. This week reminded us that clarity often begins in silence, but once it arrives, it wants movement. With the new moon in Gemini on Monday, we are stepping into a new cycle of manifestation, one that begins with intention, but moves through conversation, choice, and clear direction. We saw a rare 8 court cards pulled across the zodiac, A strong message from Spirit that many of us are stepping into new roles, identities, and forms of self-leadership. And with the multiple Wands cards appearing, this week didn't just ask for awareness, it asked for action. Not rush or reactive, but intentional, led by passion, shaped by presence. The moon's journey from Gemini to Cancer to Leo helps support that arch beautifully, from curiosity to care, and then into confident expression. That's the path this week invites us to walk, one that begins within and finds its voice through courageous, creative movement. Your collective affirmation for the week is, I speak my truth, act with clarity, and honor the fire that moves me forward. As always, take what resonates and leave the rest. Your intuition is your best guide. If a particular sign's message hit home, I would love to hear from you in the comments. Drop your sun, moon, and rising signs, or tell me what moment in the reading felt personal for you this week. And if this reading supported you, please like this video, share it with a friend, and subscribe if you haven't already. Your support truly helps more souls find these messages. And you can read the full written version at dusttarot.com/tarotscopes or scan the QR code below if you're watching on YouTube. And if you'd like to book a personal reading, head over to dusttarot.com/book or DM me directly to connect. I'm offering a Mother's Day special, 20% off a full 45-minute online reading, regularly priced at $150. This offer is valid through the end of May, so there's still time to claim it. And don't forget, every Thursday morning, I post a sneak peek carousel with next week's energy themes. And every Thursday evening, you'll find a midweek check-in carousel to help you align with what's been shifting. May has been full of magic, and I'm so excited to keep that energy flowing with some beautiful events still to come. This Saturday evening, May 24th, I will be at the Mystical Witches Market in Fergus, hosted at the Center Wellington Sportsplex. It's a free admission evening event, and if you've been there before, you already know the energy is pure magic. Then on Sunday, May 25th, I'm heading up to Bracebridge for the Muskoka Holistic Spring Fair at the Bracebridge Fairgrounds. Admission is free, and the vibe is always grounded, warm, and full of heart. And to close out the month, I'll be back in my hometown on Sunday, June 1st at the St. Catharines Holistic Healing Fair, held at the Holiday Inn and Suites Parkway Conference Center. This one always holds a special place in my heart, and it's a beautiful way to start the month ahead. And you can go bowling too. Did I mention bowling? Then we move into a big lineup for June. From June 6th to the 8th, I will be reading all weekend at the Niagara Falls Psychic and Crystal Fair, held at the Royal Canadian Legion. This event always draws a wonderful high vibe crowd. It's a great place to connect and explore, and admission is $10 for the whole weekend. On June 14th and 15th, I'll be making my first appearance at the Collingwood Psychic Fair, hosted at the Leisure Time Club. I'm really looking forward to tuning in with a new community in such a beautiful part of Ontario. From June 20th to the 22nd, I will be at the London Psychic and Crystal Fair at the Stone Ridge Inn and Conference Center for a full weekend of readings, vendors, and deeply intuitive energy. And finally, I'll wrap up the month back in St. Catharines for the Psychic Fair weekend on June 28th and the 29th, once again at the Holiday Inn and Suites Parkway Conference Center. It's a 2-day event, so if you can't make it on Saturday, come by on Saturday. Did I mention the bowling that's there too? If you're nearby, I would love to see you in person. Come by for a reading. Let's sit together, tune in, and explore what Spirit has in store for you. Thank you so much for joining me for this week's Tarotscopes. Take these messages with you as you move through the days ahead, and trust the unfolding of your journey, even if the path isn't fully clear just yet. If you found this reading helpful, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, or follow the podcast on Spotify or Apple Podcasts, so you never miss a moment of weekly guidance wherever you're tuning in. Stay grounded, stay open, stay magical, and as always, keep listening to what your spirit is saying. Wishing you clarity, strength, love, and joy in the week ahead. I'll see you next time right here on Dust Tarot.